Well, U.S. President Donald Trump has just granted clemency to Sholom Rubashkin, an Iowa slaughterhouse executive who was convicted to 27 years in prison for fraud. He has already served out 8 years, but now his sentence will be cut short and he will be released. Trump's decision has received bipartisan support, with many claiming that it doesn't make sense that Rubashkin's status as a nonviolent offender and father of 10 should give him a sentence, quote, longer than the median sentences for murder, kidnapping, sexual abuse, and child pornography. Joining us via Skype with some insight on the matter is Professor Alan Dershowitz, a renowned defense lawyer and author. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, Professor, can you give us a quick overview of the case?
Rubashkin was convicted of fraud against a bank. The real problem was on sentencing, when the government manipulated the sale of the company to reduce its value, thereby increase the amount of time that he could be sentenced. So he got sentenced to an excessively unjust sentence. And for years now, we've been trying to get that sentence commuted to time served. I tried to do it with President Obama, but he wouldn't do it. And fortunately, I had the occasion to speak to President Trump personally, and I raised the case with him, and I presented it to him as a businessman, and he understood how the government manipulated the price of the company to increase the sentence. And he said he would like to do something about it, and he would have his people look into it. And now, months later, he finally did the right thing, the just thing. He did it on the last day of Hanukkah, and Rubashkin is now home with his family. There has been dancing in the streets of Brooklyn, of Lakewood, of you name it. It's a very happy day for the Chabad community and a very good day for justice.
You know, now that Trump has made this decision, what does this mean for future cases that are similar?
Well, there are no cases that are similar. This was a unique case. It doesn't mean that the president's going to have a policy of commuting sentences. This was a unique case. We had nearly 100 former prosecutors, Republicans and Democrats, pointing out the injustice of this case. We had senators and Congress people from both sides of the aisle pointing out the injustice. So this is not like many other cases. I hope the president has an open mind on all cases that come before him for pardon and commutation. This was not a pardon, by the way. It was a commutation. He already served 8 years. Now he's home with his family.
All right. Well, Professor Alan Dershowitz, thank you so much for joining us and giving us some updates on this case.
Thank you.